Just recording, so whatever you see in there, that's what you're recording. You want to put it on pause, just hit that button?
Nope, I'm just going to leave it go.
So wait, what do you think?
Bill.
Dude, what happened to you last night, man? I was waiting there for you.
We were a little bit behind you.
Yeah, we're right behind you.
Good morning. I'm Bob Young, I'm Vice President. I'm Bob Young, I'm Vice President of the Manasquan Beach Improvement Association, and I'd like to welcome everyone this morning. It's been our honor to coordinate Ivan's send-off here from Manasquan, as well as his journey across the great state of New Jersey. We had our first planning meeting back coincidentally on Veterans Day of last year. And during the conversation, someone asked Ivan if he was going to have heat and air conditioning in his tractor. And I found Ivan's comment extremely telling. He said that when he thought about our brave men and women who had been fighting recently in Iraq and Afghanistan, they routinely had to endure summertime temperatures of 120 degrees. And that didn't even factor in the weight of their body armor and their supplies. And he said he had decided that while he would install heat in his tractor, he would forego the air. He thought he could endure a little discomfort as he traveled the country as a means of supporting our brave men and women. And I'll be honest with you, as I've gotten to know Ivan over the last 6 months, he certainly is the real deal.
Mm-hmm. He is.
Now, in just a few minutes, Ivan is going to climb into his 1948 Model A John Deere tractor and begin his transcontinental journey across America for wounded heroes. And as we all know, his noble goal is to raise $1 million for the wounded warriors. Right now, I'd like to extend a special welcome to our dignitaries, Monmouth County Freehold Director Lillian Barry, and Manasquan Mayor George Dempsey. I'd also like to recognize members of the Manasquan Borough Council, VFW Post 1838 from Manasquan, as well as Michael Johnson, who's from the Wounded Warriors. We're delighted this morning that Manasquan's own Jane Barrington, who lives right down here and is a wounded warrior, is going to be riding with Ivan through town on his tractor.
Hey, all right.
I'd also like to acknowledge members of Ivan's family and many of his friends who have made the trip in from Pennsylvania in the last 24 hours to support him. And lastly, we'd like to thank the Manasquan High School Marching Band. Under the direction of Alan Abraham, we know it's a sacrifice to get up early on a not school day. At this time, I would like to introduce Monmouth County Freehold Director Lillian Barry.
What a wonderful morning, and who ordered the sun, right? It's a special commendation, but how wonderful to be here at Manasquan and to see the recovery. As we know, we went through hell, literally, in the last year and a half, and Manasquan felt it very strongly. But we have with us today a man that's on a mission, and his mission is a lofty one, that is to draw attention to the wounded warriors and to bring support for them and understanding of what they've gone through. He's going to leave here and head out to the West Coast, and I think it's rather exciting, to say the least. I wonder if you have an extra seat or something. Yeah, thank you. But I'd like to present you with a Monmouth County pin, which I would hope you wear proudly as you travel across country, and keep us apprised of what you're doing. Okay. Best of luck to you.
Oh, we don't mind. Finish, you ready?
It's now my pleasure to introduce one of the gentlemen that participated in that initial kickoff meeting, Manasquan Mayor George Dempsey. I'm not as talented as Lily, and she can do it off the cuff. I have to read it. Travis Mills was a 23-year-old from Vassar, Michigan, who had the promise of a good life ahead of him. The middle of 3 children. He married the sister of his best friend. Married her, and became a child, a daughter in the new family. Travis was well known and well respected in high school athletic while at Vassar High School, a standout on the Balkan football and wrestling teams. He was inspired by the efforts of less than 1% of our nation who have volunteered to keep 99% safe. Travis left college, sports, his family behind, joined the Army in the 82nd Airborne. He was sent to Afghanistan to fight the Taliban in Operation Enduring Freedom. On April 10, 2012, Travis's platoon was sent to investigate an abandoned Afghan outpost that was believed to be occupied by Taliban bomb makers. The building was empty upon his arrival. Travis, a weapons squad leader, began to establish a perimeter security for the bomb disposal team. As the afternoon sun set low in the Afghan sky, with his wife and infant daughter quietly sleeping in a world away, Travis stood, unslung his 80-pound ammo pack, turned back to his crew. As he let the pack fall to the earth, he couldn't have been aware that his life was about to change forever. And in a flash of light and dust accompanied by a thunderous roar, it did. The bomb was homemade, designed to avoid detection by metal detectors filled with rocks that would fragment upon detonation and attack Travis and his squad like a storm of razor blades. When he regained consciousness and struggled to get his stinging eyes on his teammates to see if they were okay, Travis realized he was not. In an instant, Travis Mills, the Vassar athlete, devoted husband and father, loyal friend, and loving son, had suffered wounds that had cost him both his legs above the knee, his right arm above the elbow, his left arm below the elbow. Taking stock of the situation, Travis came to the sobering realization that he was lying there in dirt 7,000 miles from home, bleeding to death. The race to save Travis started in a remote corner in Afghanistan, went on to Germany, and finally finished at Walter Reed. His life was saved, but not his body. The transition from a 6'3", 240-pound athlete to the quadruple amputee would require much more than a surgeon's touch. And that's where the Wounded Warrior Project, with the support from Americans like Ivan, come into play. Good morning.
It's glad to see you all gathered here today in support of Ivan's tractor trek across the United States on behalf of the Wounded Warrior Project. When Ivan first told me about his dream to do something to honor and support those who volunteered in the defense of our nation and cost them dearly, I knew Manasquan was the perfect place to start. After Sandy, Manasquan residents come to know overwhelming generosity. Citizens, strangers, all banded together as a family, as a team, offering food, clothing, and shelter who all would needed help. They dug out sand, removed debris, in the process offered compassion and comfort and hope to one another. We were a community turned upside down, but our spirits were sustained by the goodness and love of those who reached out to help. As your mayor and as a person, I've ever been so proud. I've always said, let's keep Manasquan, Manasquan. So now, once again, let's keep Manasquan, Manasquan by stepping forward in a real big way, by supporting Ivan and his dreams and making it come true, making a dream a reality that will support the program dedicated to help wounded warriors like Travis Mills reclaim their lives. And with our presence here today, though smaller in scale, we show our gratitude and respect for the heroism of our military veterans have shown for us. Let our thoughts and prayers accompany Ivan as he crosses this great country, and assist him in all his raising awareness and enduring gratitude for all of America's wounded heroes. Ivan, as you depart Manasquan, let warm memories remind you of the community of friends that embrace your cause and wish you well. Thank you for what you're doing. Good luck, Ivan, and Godspeed.
I think it's only appropriate now, after Mayor Dempsey's moving speech, that we turn to the flag and ask the band to play the national anthem.
I can't tell. Can we see the flag? Is it in here?